So this time we have a new survivor to send out. We have Warren. We're not going to send Jess out this time for reasons you'll see shortly, but we are going to send Warren, and Warren prefers blunt weaponry, which lowers his risk of dying, so we're going to give him our new hammer, and we're going to head out with our hunting knife, which technically deals the same damage as the hammer, even if I'm a little less used to how it swings.
Another cop. I'll handle this. As soon as we score new wheels, we're out.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'll whistle if I turn anything up.
Hi, you okay?
I'm fine. A little tired, maybe. Been a long day.
Yeah, real bad. Damn massacre is what it is. Looks like a lot of folks tried to hole up here, but, well... You picked a rough place to stop. Campground's a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I hear you. But my truck's done for.
Yeah, I see that. Albert Lee, Pemberton Sheriff's Department.
Daryl Dixon. You think you can give us a lift?
Gotta get them over to Memorial, if it's still open.
So then can you set me up with one of these?
Sorry, man. No keys. Tell you what, there was a ranger, Hartwell. He was driving back to his station. Looked like he had plenty of room. Here, take this. Wish I could do more for you.
The ranger was kind enough to give us a shotgun, but we don't want that, because if we fire it, it will draw every zombie right to us. I believe there is a melee weapon available at this location, and it's the hatchet, which deals the same damage as our knife and hammer. I do believe the hatchet swings faster, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Either way, we're not going to bother looking for it. We're just going to go ahead on with our main objective, which is to find Hartwell's car, so that way we can get a new set of wheels. We're going to be walking past or running past as many zombies as we can. This location may not be quite as open as the previous one, but it's still open enough that we can easily run past most of the zombies. When we're indoors it will be a different story, but for now running past them is certainly easier than fighting them all. This garage we're about to enter is entirely optional. There's a few zombies in here, some fuel, and I believe some healing items, but otherwise there's no need to come in here. I may be incorrect about the food items, I'm not entirely sure, but sometimes the food items don't seem to spawn in the same places. Surely they're not as randomized as the zombie spawn locations, but either my memory is failing me or sometimes the food just spawns differently. Either way, the main reason I came to this location is simply to show you that yes, there are many optional locations in the game. Potentially with optional goodies and sometimes without them. One of the main complaints about the game was that it was too linear, and while the levels are pretty linear, there's enough optional places to search and enough goodies in those optional places to severely change the way the game is played. Again, running past as many zombies as possible simply because we have the room and we have a really weak weapon, so it's not worth the battle. And now we're entering Ranger Hartwell's house, home, cabin, whatever you want to call it. We can hear a girl calling for help on the radio. And we have two choices here. We can ignore the radio and eventually Ranger Hartwell will burst through a door to attack us, or we can answer the radio and he'll sneak up behind us while we're answering the radio. We're going to answer the radio because I think it's kind of hilarious how he manages to sneak up on us.
Hello? I don't see no ranger here, lady.
I was just talking to him. Who is this?
I'm Daryl, the guy you just scared the crap out of. Where are you?
I'm at a motel in Pemberton. There was a deputy here, but he's dead. I'm using his radio thing. They're right outside the door. Can you hear them?
Keep it together, Elizabeth. Stay quiet. They can probably hear you.
No! Ranger, come help me! Come help me, please!
Lady, Elizabeth, there ain't no ranger.
So for some reason, if you answer the radio, Ranger Hartwell just opens his door instead of busting it down, but if you don't answer the radio, he busts it down.
Yeah, I earned these.
Which is weird, because normally zombies can't open doors. Anytime you close a door behind them, they will instead bust it down. Anyway, a ton of zombies have spawned because, of course, we grabbed the keys to get out of here. So now we have to do one really long sprint back to the Ranger's car.
Hey, Jess, don't worry about wiring it. I got the keys. Jess? Oh, Jess, no!
Be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day. Repent, 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 and be the foe of salvation.
Enough of that shit.